Hey everybody, good Sunday morning to you. I am Brett Rump. This is the Sports Rush. Glad you're joining me on the channel. It's been kind of an eventful weekend. I've been under the weather and it's been a bit of a roller coaster. There are moments I cannot even move to get out of bed, and there are moments where I feel like, hey, I can jump in the studio and try to do a quick video. Gonna try to do it right now. Uh, don't have a lot of energy, a lot of fatigue, little shortness of breath, but we'll try to get through it because I got to talk about what Indiana did yesterday to the Oregon Ducks. The Indiana Hoosiers go on the road and get a huge victory. And of course, everybody's been buzzing about it. The nation has taken notice. I thought that the win over Illinois would be enough for Indiana to get their national credit, that people would look at that and say, well, if you can beat an Illinois team by that margin, then you're legit. And yet still did not have buy-in that this team could compete with Oregon, went on the road, not only competed with them, but outplayed them. And there's no question who was the better team on that football field. It was the Indiana Hoosiers. And eventually the scoreboard validated that. And Indiana gets a 30-20 win. Let's be honest, it could have been 37-20. Indiana forced the two late turnovers on interceptions and had a chance to win that game by more than 30-20. Curt Cignetti decided to go to a knee, even though the clock was not going to run out. It was kind of an odd decision, I thought. Uh, I thought another odd decision was late in the first half, Curt Cignetti not choosing to call the timeout at a minute 4 when it looked like they were going to have a chance to get the football, and it was going to be a field goal attempt by Oregon, and they didn't take the timeout, so the clock went down to 30 some seconds before Oregon had to try the field goal. And Indiana gets the football. They go right down the field, get the field goal from 58 yards that gives them the halftime lead, and they never look back. I mean, Indiana, in almost all phases of the game, outplayed Oregon. Special teams were better than Oregon. The defense was better than Oregon. The play at the line of scrimmage, better than Oregon. And in the quarterback battle, even though Fernando Mendoza made a huge mistake on the pick six, threw from the back foot, let the ball hang a little bit, a little behind the receiver, and it turned into 6 points for Oregon, it still was impressive how he came right back out on the next drive. And actually, in some ways, this almost played to Indiana's favor because it forced the defense for Oregon to pick up more time on the field. And you could tell Oregon's defense was wearing down. And Indiana, then with a 12-play drive going 75 yards, 3 touchdown drives, all 75 yards for the Indiana Hoosiers against the Oregon defense. I don't think you need to have any further testament as to just how good this Indiana football team is than for them to go 75 yards, 3 separate drives. Really, if you look at Oregon's points, Indiana got pinned deep there in the second half. At the beginning of the second half, they had a short punt. They had field position issues, and that's really how Oregon scored. And then Oregon scored on that deep pass play over the middle, the pick six. But Indiana's defense, to this point, I don't think anybody's actually had a true touchdown drive where they have had to like go with plays, multiple plays, and move the ball down the field. I don't think they can do it. They've had a couple of big breakers, a couple of long runs, a couple of long pass plays, busted coverage. And Indiana's given up big plays when they've made big mistakes defensively, where they didn't handle their assignments. And that's how you score in Indiana. You hope they make a mistake. Because if you think you're going to get 6 first downs moving down the field, that's probably not going to happen. This Indiana defense is for real. And we already know they've got a pretty legit offense. Hemby was great again in the backfield, Kalen Black. Then you've got the 2 receivers. with Omar Cooper and Elijah Surratt. But it's it was an impressive showing by the Indiana Hoosiers. Now you look at their schedule and you're thinking, I don't know who's in their way. Penn State, they've fallen apart. And, you looked at the beginning of the season and thinking road trips to Oregon and Penn State, Indiana won't do better than one out of those two. And now you're thinking they should probably win both of them. But yeah, it's quite a win for the Indiana Hoosiers. Colts taking on the Arizona Cardinals today. Arizona is going to be starting Jacoby Brissett, the former Colts quarterback. Yeah, he was the guy that was next in line when Andrew Luck up and retired. So we remember Jacoby Brissett. He's going to get the start down in Indy, a return home, and a chance to start against his former team. But I still think the Colts should win this game. Kind of going to this game feeling like I did last week that, there's going to be some inspiration, some motivation for the opponent, but the Colts are a better football team. And if they play their football and they don't make mistakes, they don't lose focus, don't have silly turnovers or penalties, they should be able to win this game against Arizona and probably win it by a couple of touchdowns at least. All right. We hope to go live today. Like I said, the health's been a roller coaster. It's up and down. There's stretches of severe fatigue. There's stretches where I just can't do it. And then there's stretches for an hour or two where I feel great and feeling a little bit better right now. But we'll see how it goes this afternoon. Hopefully, we'll have a live show. But that's it for this one. Hope you enjoy your Sunday, and we'll talk to you again soon, one way or another, here on the Sports